4 months after Shireen Abu Akleh was killed, the Israeli army on Monday released its long-awaited investigation into her killing. They found it's not possible to determine who was behind the killing of Abu Akleh. But the army found there is a high probability the veteran journalist was killed by a soldier's mistaken fire. They also said another possibility was the 51-year-old was killed by a Palestinian gunman, blurring the picture even further. Since Abu Akleh was killed, many investigations have pointed the finger at Israel. 7 investigations by international media, human rights organizations and the UN say that Israeli forces shot and killed Abu Akleh, while US officials say the bullet that killed the journalist was likely fired from an Israeli position. Israel has strongly denied the accusations but has also repeatedly changed its story about Abu Akleh's death. Officials said she was killed during a confrontation with Palestinian gunmen. But eyewitnesses, including her crew, say where Israeli forces killed the journalist, there were no armed groups or any exchange of fire at the time she was shot. Analysts believe Israel is trying to evade responsibility.
They seem to at least admit and they actually identified the soldier, but they wouldn't necessarily release his name, and they're claiming that it was a mistake. So at the same time, it's good that they release some of that information, but I feel that this is typical Israeli doublespeak, an attempt to avoid responsibility and to whitewash the case.
The Israeli army said they reviewed multiple internal investigations, including independent journalist investigations. Abu Akleh's family say that Israel is trying to obscure the truth and avoid responsibility for her death.
It's not just us who are disappointed and frustrated by their lack of action, but we are also joined by over 80 members of Congress and other senators who are also calling for an independent investigation into the killing of one of their own citizens. And also we will continue to pressure and to call on the ICC to investigate now more than ever into this crime.
The Israeli army is ruling out a criminal investigation. It looks like the case is closed for Israel. The Israeli Military Advocate General's office says it won't open an investigation into any soldiers' involvement into the incident since there is no suspicion that a criminal offense has been committed. But this conclusion doesn't sit well with Palestinians. Most of them believe it was Israel who killed Shireen Abu Akleh and the perpetrators should be brought to justice. Mustafa Fatih Yavuz, Theatre World, Occupied East Jerusalem.